Hi there and welcome to Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for checking out the YouTube channel and watching this episode. Hope everyone's doing okay. Right, what we've got on today's show is this RC10 B3 Basic Plus kit. I got this recently and it is mint, absolutely mint, which is rather cool. So I'm going to be taking a look at that in a minute. But before we get on to the RC10, just thought I'd share a little tip with the, I'm just going to put it down there, so, just a little tip about this RX Fighter Buggy Memorial Edition. Now you can do this with any of the DT01s, not just this. So if you've got a Mad Fighter, Mad Bull, or the RX, then it's a little steering mod. Now, generally, there is a lot of slop in the steering in this kit. It's just how it was made. Now, there's two ways of curing it. One's slightly better than the other. Anyway, we're going to take this shell off. Now, if you can see this okay, between the servo saver and like the sort of, it's only one, but like the steering bell crank there, right, is a metal bar. Now, where it goes in the two holes, it ends up being quite a bit of play there, so it makes the steering really sloppy. Now, I mean, it's still play there, but one way of eliminating it is to put some heat shrink over the bar and up between the two plastic parts. Okay, now you could probably do it maybe a little neater than how I've done it, but that will take out some of the slop between the two plastic parts. Still not perfect, but it is, if you can see there, not as bad as from the kit. It is better. Now, the other option you can do is to put a ball joint there and a ball joint here and run like a little turnbuckle there. And that, it eliminates even more slop, and that would be the best option. I didn't have one to do that with, so I went for the heat shrink method. But it is well worth doing, and it will eliminate some slop out of the steering. So you could try one of those two methods and see how you get on, but well worth doing. Okay, so I just wanted to share that little tip with you. So for now, that's going to go and hide down there because we don't need it. Okay. Oh, also as well, I'm not endorsed by these at all, but I've been using this as well. It's T-Rex tape. This one is completely clear, UV resistant tape, and I've found that really good recently for repairing the body shells on the cars. So yeah, that's really good. I'll put that in the link in the description, but I think that's really useful. The tape seems to be really quite strong as well. Okay, enough of that. Let's go and have a look at this ace bit of kit. Now, as I said, I got this recently. It is an immaculate mint RC10 B3, but it's like the basic edition. So originally, when this was released in 1997, you would have had, let's show you there, you would have had the Sport, the Basic, and then you had the Team, and then later on the Factory Team. Okay, so the reason I've got this other B3 here, this is a Factory Team car, and this is the opposite end of the scale almost. Now, if you had the Basic Plus, then what you got was essentially this chassis here. Okay, it just came with brass bushings all around. You didn't get a motor, but you did get one-piece wheels, and you got the gold shocks and everything, pretty much as you see it here. And then you could build the kit up, put whatever electrics you wanted in it, whatever motor you wanted in, and then you could essentially get going, get racing. Now this has from what the seller told me, this has never even been run, never been used. Now I think the motor has been used in something else, but it's in very good condition. That is a Reedy, you can't see it properly here, but it's a Reedy SD motor, and I think it's 18 degrees timing, I'm not sure about that, might not be the case, but I think it's 18 degrees timing, and it's a 23 turn stock motor. Okay, so that's a Reedy SD motor that came with it. It also came with a brand new Novak Rooster reversible ESC, which is rather cool. It looks rather huge as well compared to what you get these days. And unfortunately, whoever owned it at one point had to nick a little bit out of the chassis just to make it fit in. Not to worry though, it's not the end of the world, but it's very cool, very nostalgic, so I'm liking that Novak Rooster. These were about, I think this one in particular, this is not the Super Rooster, this is just the normal Rooster reversible. I think they were about a 15 turn motor limit. But I have read somewhere that some of them were 12, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's a 15 turn limit speedo. So plenty enough for this. But other than that, it's completely standard. It's not been used. So the tyres are all new. It's still got the brass bushings in. Look at it, it's immaculate underneath, absolutely immaculate. So you just don't come across, you know, a B3 or anything similar that's never been run that often. So when this did come along, I did decided that I'd have to have this one. So we've had to make way, and a couple of things have had to go out of the collection. Yes, I know I've got a factory Team B3, but I thought, you know, with it being so untouched against like a time warp again, it was worth having. Now I did pay, this was about £200, this one. So yeah, reasonable money. I think it's about right considering the condition of the vehicle and, you know, the motor, the electrics. You know, tell me what you think. Do you think that was worth the money? Now, I don't think you'll find many like this in this condition with those vintage electrics at that price, personally. Now, the downside is it is missing its battery retainer, which you can see would fit there. It's just like a brace. I'll show you on that in a minute. And it didn't come with a body shell or wing, so I am going to have to purchase one of them for it. Again, it is not the end of the world though. I can get one from Penguin Custom Bodies. They're about £15, so I will do that most likely. Or I might see if I can find one of the Thunder Tiger bodies. If I can find one of them really cheap. They off the Phoenix. They are a clone of the B3, so that'll fit on just spot on. Whichever I do anyway for now. But eventually I probably will get a Penguin Custom Bodies for it. But yeah, so, you know, that is super happy with that find. And we will do a little running video on this. Now, I might have to put the body shell and wing off my factory team on, just so we can run it and show you it running. But yeah, unless I get a body and manage to sort one before we do that. But that's cool. So I thought I'd show you that one. And just as a comparison, this is the factory Team B3. So we'll whip off the wing. Now again, I'm going to be getting this ready soon for this year's Lakeland Classic in August. So not lots to do, but a couple of jobs that need doing on it. I need to replace the wheels and tyres. These have got plenty of life in them, but I made a slight mistake last year with my choice of wheels and tyres for the day. So I'm going to get a fresh set. I generally don't buy tons of tyres to go to the event. I tend to buy a set for the event and then stick with them. Yes, you have to put up with what you've got for the day, but I just can't justify buying tons of wheels and tyre combos, especially when I'm running between 2 and 3 cars. Right, anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Okay, so that is the factory team edition. Okay, now, yeah, you'll have seen this if you've been watching the channel for a while. You'll have seen this in some of my other videos I'll put a link in the description to it if you haven't. So what did you get on the factory team? Well, you got graphite parts and you got blue alloy or blue titanium. So this has got the blue titanium turnbuckles instead of the steel ones, carbon fibre front shock tower, and it's got a graphite chassis, graphite top deck, battery bar, which is what's missing off this, graphite rear shock tower and transmission brace at the back. If you flip it upside down, you can then see that although it's polished and worn away from racing, you can still see you've got the blue alloy rear plate and kick-up plate there. Also, the shocks are different. These are the factory team shocks, hard-coated bodied shocks, where these are the standard gold ones. And you've also got the alloy, you can't see it here, but the steering servo saver, you've got the blue alloy hop-up version there. And it's also got the blue lightened axles there as well, the stub axles, which the wheels go on. So that is that. Oh, and it's got as well this has got the MIP CVD drive shafts on the back, where on the basic you've just got the dog bones on that one. Of course, this would have been fully upgradable to that spec as well. What else I did with this one as well is this one is sporting RPM front wishbones because even the carbon fibre graphite ones and the standard ones, I've seen quite a few of them break at the points really, at the C-hub, where the C-hub is and the pin there, and where the shock is, and sometimes even break there. So they're the three weaker points. The RPM arms, they sort that out. They are a lot more robust and stronger than the kit items, so well worth putting on. So yeah, so that's really the differences between the factory team and the standard version. If you bought the sport kit, I think it had the two-piece wheels, and you had a motor and a mechanical speed controller with it. That was the sport kit. I say this was the basic with the one-piece wheels. You didn't get a motor or any electrics. You got to choose them yourself. So all the plans for this, I will run it and do a video on it as it is, but I will put some bearings in this and sort of body shell out and whatnot. But I just wanted to show you because it's completely immaculate, and you just don't see many of them like that these days. So there you go, RC10 B3, Basic Plus, and the RC10 Factory Team Kit. So there you go. Right, good stuff. I hope you liked that. I hope you found it interesting. Cheers for checking out this video, much appreciated as always. Thank you for your support. If you'd like to see more RC content, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Give us a like and hit that notification bell. Right, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. See you later.